Straight up canceled and shit. Lifetime ban, I got a lifetime ban in a couple of places.
Come on, man.
You got a lifetime ban from like social medias?
I got a lifetime ban at UPS.
At UPS.
Yes, man. Mm.
Oh, okay. How the fuck? I don't want to ask how the fuck you got a lifetime ban from UPS.
I went to the union, we unionized, because the UPS here in Nuremberg is one of the only UPS. I think they only got 3 or 4
Right.
throughout Germany that got union in there,
Mm-hmm.
And me and 2 other friends, we went to the union. They already told us you're gonna be fired. We went back to work, got fired the next day, Got fired the next day, and when Wylly was working at UPS, he said, "Come on down, get you a job, Davey." I said, "Wylly, I got trouble with the people that don't want me up in there, He said, "Nah, man, that was 10 years ago and shit, I said, "Man, I'm on the list." He didn't think the list
Maybe you
existed.
take that cable off the table.
Went down there, and they said right away, "Wylly, don't you ever bring no people like that down here no more."
Alright, but we ain't gonna. You can speak your mind. You don't have to hold your tongue, cause
Well,
we ain't gonna talk about nothing that's
No.
gonna get us banned on YouTube or nothing like that, or from you.
people are sensitive nowadays.
I know. I talk about it and I observe it all the time, but I'm not gonna let that like sway my opinion on shit or like put a muzzle on me or shit like that. It's ways to talk about shit without,
For sure,
you know.
But that is part of the problem today too, because that's the only way we can communicate is talk, So a lot of people is not even want to take the dialogue, That's already too much stress for them.
Yeah, a lot of times they just want to shut you up.
That's one thing.
Anyway, let's we back in the building. You know what I'm saying? We live on YouTube right now.
Back in there.
I got one of my favorite people in the world in the room with me, Wyll, my cousin from the dirt roads
FPG
in Alabama. What's up with the Wyll, man? Tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, Wylly.
Really?
That's me, Wylly. Yeah. It ain't really much to know.
That's not
I'm
true.
from 5 Points. Went to 5 Points High. Went to Hanley for a while. Ended up over here in Germany.
Right.
Ended up over here in Germany. Yeah, used to work for UPS for a while.
You didn't get banned from UPS too.
I ain't get banned. I got fired.
Oh, you got fired. Right?
I worked there 11 years, matter of fact. It's a pretty cool job.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been over here in Germany, 21 years now.
21 years.
Yeah, been over here a minute. Came over there when George Bush got elected. Yeah.
What made you come? I mean, not what made you come to Germany, but that's a long time to like. I think that's one of the things me and you kind of bond over, like the fact that we left 5 Points and like the small ass environment that 5 Points is, and how most people never venture outside of that place, and we ended up all the way over here in Germany of all places. You know what I'm saying?
That shit, it's coincidence anyway, though, if you think about it, because the way I got here and the way you got here is totally different. It's crazy. I didn't even know you was over here.
Right.
Until I talked to my mom. She was like, "Junior over there." I was like, "What? Where?" Then I called Godfrey. He was like, "Yeah, he over there. Yeah, he in Nuremberg or somewhere over there." And
Yeah.
then, I got in touch with you. But yeah, man, I got here like kind of by accident because it wasn't like I'm going to Germany. It was like just spur of the moment type of thing. I was married to a German.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, I wanna move home, so I was like, shit, let's go.
Yeah.
But that's kinda how I got over here.
But that's very similar to how I came over here.
Okay.
I never planned to just up and move to Germany and shit. I got involved with a German chick. We got married for some green card shit pretty much.
Oh, okay.
And then ended up when that failed, we ended up moving over here to Germany. She was like, you should come to Germany and do your music over there. They
Yeah.
like it. They like American music over there type shit. She
Yeah.
was right.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot. It was really hot for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like people don't really bump American music out here like they used to. I feel like German rap had another like resurgence and shit. Not that I listen to German rap or no shit, but I feel like it's some real big German rap stars.
But people don't plan to go to Germany, otherwise nobody would be here.
Is it that fucked up over here?
No, just
Okay.
joking.
I mean, I didn't plan. I just ended up over here. I didn't plan on it, but you know, I'm still here for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
It
I
ain't
can't
no
really,
accident. Yeah.
can't really knock it that much. you know
No,
what I'm saying?
Germany got its good sides too. You know what I'm saying? Like every place got its good sides and its bad sides. You know.
Right, right.
Germany's leading and said, you know, people talk about freedom and this and that. In certain ways, you are free in Germany. You know, not in Bayern.
You ain't free from no
Not in
motherfucking
Bayern.
taxes.
That is another business. You know.
Man, Germany got so many taxes when you like substandard, however you say that shit.
Self-employed. Yeah.
Man, I paid taxes three times this year.
Yeah, well, in this area, I know it's bad because since I got here, I was here 6 weeks. They wrote me a letter right away, say they want to see my taxes. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I moved down here. So in this area, I was even scared to do my taxes. I sent them to Düsseldorf. I
Okay.
said, please, you know.
Thought it was gonna.
And the bill came now. I had to pay because when they hear music, entertainment, anything around here, I think you already done made millions. Mm?
Which is most of the time not the case. But speaking of music, man, Wylly, you pretty much on tour right now, or like you all, like you? I know you be doing. I'm just trying to I'm trying to privy the people to what you have going on, and like what you really be out here in these streets doing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, man, straight up, you know yourself, man. You know, I work a 9 to 5, so you know I'm not really, actually totally committed, to the music right now at this moment. But
Right.
you know, I have.
But you still do shows and stuff.
Yeah, I tour with Tanya Evans, the original voice of Mr. Vane. I tour with Natasha Wright,
Right.
ex LaBush. I've done, a lot of different things, but yeah, I might have a song. I should have a song coming out sometime this year. It should be pretty cool, kind of uplift the 90s movement.
Right. Right.
Y'all should like it. You never know.
I've heard it. I fuck with it. I think it should be out already, but that's all I say about it. And what you got going on?
Right now, I'm just chilling, taking care of my mom. You know.
Oh yeah, you told me you moved down here because.
Yeah, that's like the only reason why I moved down here. Otherwise, I would have never moved back down here. I mean, like I said, it's good and bad everywhere, but
Right.
for as far as music and stuff like that, it's just not enough happening here. You know.
Nah, it's not that big of a like music scene. I mean, unless you're doing stuff like our homeboy Tony Davis.
Yeah.
You know, the last time we saw each other.
Yeah, I see Tony on the move everywhere, this and that, but it's always two kind of crowds, I'm more underground,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm more underground. It's not gonna be the kind of place where everybody's gonna run in with your cell phone. It's no cell phone business,
Okay.
You're talking about DJing, right? DJ.
Yeah, that's most
Yeah.
time at the place where I DJ at.
Yeah.
And,
It'd be underground spots and shit.
Yeah.
No,
Swingers-
basically most of
swingers
the
clubs
big.
and shit.
No, nah, this ain't no PDD party, no PDD party or none of that.
Okay.
It's just, it's about the music, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything is not content and promotion and, you know what I'm saying? It's none of that with the house and the techno. If it's the big thing, you see them on but them is commercial places.
What do you play though? The house and the
House,
house
techno.
and techno. Okay.
Nah, I done been to some parties, man. That this dude that he done invited me to,
Yeah.
bro. To my they go all night, bro. They be super crazy, bro.
But
Real, they be
What?
underground.
Yeah,
Well,
just
now
some
you
crazy
can't really,
shit.
you know, say it, but in
Some
Berlin,
crazy shit.
for example, in Berlin,
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Berghain, you can't get in, so there's no camera and that people never seen the menu outside of that place. As soon as one dude leaked the menu, they changed it the next day. Kader Blau and all of the big clubs in Berlin is no camera, please, discretion. Everybody, this thing, you can film the whole rest of the day. Why you gotta come and stand up on the dance floor and fuck with everybody? Go home and do that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the place for that, you know?
But why? What y'all got against cameras? And you just wanted to have a private part.
It's-
You do private underground parties with no
Cause some
surveillance,
shit be
no-
going on there. That's
Oh,
what it
okay.
is.
People wanna be free.
Yeah.
You know, my main thing that I work at is at the fusion with the Kulturkosmos, and after 20 years, the police try to come in on the premises.
Mm-hmm.
We have police there every year, but they stay outside of the party, you know,
Yeah.
if anything happens. Inside of the party, you can't take no money from people, and then this is free. People should want, if they want to smoke a spliff, hit them
So it's
around.
like anything goes because it's nobody.
They have a section, if you want to come to the whole festival and stay nude for 4 days, they have a section where you can go run around nude for 3.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It's one of them freaky dicks.
No, but it's not about the freaky dick. You check it out,
Okay.
it's basically long before they started Burning Man, you know, and you see what Burning
Okay.
Man turned into. It just turned something for some rich people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is the only party in the world where you can't buy no ticket. You know?
You gotta know somebody.
You can sign up on a list worldwide. They have a list. You can put your name on the list, and they
Mhm.
have a raffle and a drawing. You
Okay.
know? But it's not about the money, and so that means every year it's a 90,000 people brand new there.
So it's like real exclusive or whatever.
No,
You can only go
it's
once.
it's hippie underground. You can go more and put on the list, you know.
Okay.
But basically, it's not commercialized because the rich people will come buy up your party.
Okay.
And it's the only party worldwide where you won't find no commercial sign. You won't find no Coca-Cola sign. You won't find none of that. It's strictly art installations
But you
Okay.
and music, you
Well,
know?
what's wrong with the commercialization of
Cause you see where it end up at, and everything is about a brand, and everything is about underground music. Ain't never had no sponsorship, cause that's where your undergroundness end right there. When you sign for some little sponsorship, cause they gonna be dictating your party after a while.
So you wouldn't like sell out to like a brand or something like that if they approached you with some shit.
Look, if anybody had the thing to sell out to a brand, I'd be the first one. In that way, you know, if it was about that, cause I remember when the house and the techno, you never had no seat even there. Nowadays they have seats where people can sit down. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know the people, you wouldn't even find the party. Cause it might be way out in, you know what I'm saying? You know how it used to run in the 80s and the 90s, you won't even find a party. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't know certain things. And I mean, things get commercialized and it brought a lot of people in it too. But then on the other hand, we see what it's about. Now they want to tell people awareness and this and that. The people been like that from, it just got worse, you know, then after the 90s when everybody mass consume and they started selling out everything and shit. Then it just, you know, eventually it's gonna die out, something else gonna come, you know?
Yeah.
But it's not a lot of countries who create new shit in that way.
I mean, it's
As a black
so
people.
much new shit up under the sun though.
Yeah. In that way, but you see it again, with just when you thought it was none news, the English people like they invented, you know, they come with their little drum and bass and they come, you know, something always can be created somewhere along the line when somebody say, I ain't gonna be like that.
You think somebody can come around and create a new form of music?
If
I think we done heard all the originality in music that we ever gonna hear.
I I hear raps before that. I sat there and I listened to them for months and still couldn't explain it to somebody else. But it was because that person depended on his little rap for his really, he would have starved it, this and that, and you know, he died a long time ago.
Who?
But one guy that I knew named Destruction, and you know, they say Beanie Man got his style from Destruction, you know, and the people who know from way back then,
they know. Jamaican cat.
Yes, man, you know.
Okay.
But at them kind of places, I've seen people, they got style. You can't imitate it, because you ain't never heard it, you know, it's just crazy. But a lot of times, a lot of them make it, and a lot of
that
them
might have
don't.
been that Jamaican Thai weed, though.
No, I'm always in training. You know, I'm always in training.
That was that Jamaican Thai, Dave.
So you said Thai weed. I don't know if y'all want to talk about weed on the show.
Why not? Yeah, I've been in training.
I thought y'all was talking about like weed from Thailand or some shit like that.
Well, Thai is from
weed.
Thailand, though, right?
Thai is originated from
You
Thailand.
said Jamaican Thai.
Yeah, but I just said that.
You're just messing with me because, you know, when I went to Jamaica for the first time in the end of the 80s,
Mm-hmm.
you could have still sit on the beach and smoke a little spliff. And then came the 90s. Just say no. They was locking you up right there or taking all your money.
Really? I've been to Jamaica and I was smoking on the beach and shit.
Yeah, because he was in some little tourist thing.
Montego Bay.
But you know how Jamaica run? You can't, if it's always security watching that no Jamaicans come in the hotel. You know?
Yeah.
Jamaicans have one more beach, and that's the Winifred Beach, where they public beach. They sold off the whole island. And you know, they locked me up for ganja in Jamaica, and the guy who was in charge of that, he had some big things hanging on the wall, DA training, this training and that, you know. But times change, and after a while, people legalized, you know. And when America legalized, Jamaicans said, we tired of going to jail for ganja. We're gonna legalize too, and the same inspector wasn't locking people up no more. You know?
Did they ever legalize it?
Jamaicans said, you don't have to legalize it. If the Yankee
They
boy,
gonna smoke it
if the
anyway.
Yankee boy can come on a plane and bring his smoke and have his smoke, since Snoop Dogg went down there, they did this little smoke thing. People ain't going, it's just one place. That's the thing about poor people, he was locking us up for generations. Now it's legal and you know, so.
It's nothing now.
Yeah, all of a sudden. And all of y'all got the comfort, you know? Yeah, you know? But in that way, I'm pro weed, but it's not for everybody, because you gotta be ready to. You know?
Yeah, it's
And
not for
especially
everybody.
the weed nowadays, it's too many, everybody's worried about their brand, and, you know? Profit, that's the only thing that matters. Nobody's talking about quality, it's all profit, brand, yeah, you know? Review, I don't give a fuck about no review and all of that shit, you know, cause half of that shit is fake on the internet.
What you talking about? What you mean? A review?
On anything. People aren't, you know, people, that's how the whole thing boiled down to. Now, how many, you got good reviews and shit, but that mean, that don't make you good. Huh?
I think we was like muted on YouTube for like the first. Oh, okay, there it is right there.
It was muted the whole time?
I think it was, but I got the audio, but it wasn't feeding through the MacBook. So on YouTube, whoever was watching was just watching our lips
Well,
flapping shit.
if they was mute, they would still understand us. If it's English and know that.
Yeah, if any mute people were watching, they probably was just reading our lips or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the wicked skill to have, man. You know, it's not easy.
But you think they gonna legalize weed in Germany?
Look, you know how Germany is complicated, and if it can be complicated, they can make it more complicated and sell your license to get the complication. How can this country say We don't have no money for education. We have to cut this for the mothers, and we have to cut that. We sending weapons to Ukraine, and we gonna legalize, and we ain't selling no weed.
What do you think, man?
I say we sell the weed to the people who want the weed,
No,
starting
saying,
at
do you
21.
think they gonna legalize it? That's the question.
Yeah.
How can it be a legalization if you ain't selling no weed? That is a joke.
But it's got to be legal first for them to be able to sell it, right?
That's the contradiction. They given even more contradiction. So from the 1st of April, you're allowed to have weed. Where the fuck is the weed coming from?
I mean, they already have medical marijuana in Germany, though, right?
Yeah. But
You can get, if you got a card from a doctor, you can get like medical weed and shit, right?
government weed, I call it. A lot of people are scared of that government weed.
Why? They think something in it?
No, because it's a funny weed. I'm a champion smoker, and I tell you, if I had to give that to somebody who really had cancer to make him feel good and go eat and some of that, I smoked weed for 40-something years. That is like some government weed. It's exactly
Like government cheese.
Get out. Let's say they ain't bringing you the. They ain't bringing you the. They ain't bringing you the good cheese.
Cheese
You gon'
grills.
they ain't bringing you the good cheese. You gonna like it, but they ain't, we gonna get used to it. But that ain't no grade A.
So you think they done genetically modified the medical weed or some shit? Or
Well,
maybe it just ain't.
Look, that was the story I was telling you about Jamaica too. And then when I went there the first time, like everywhere on the planet, I grew up. We smoked hash for the first 15 years because it wasn't no weed. You would get weed if somebody came from Hawaii or came from Thailand or something like that. Other than that, this land didn't have no weed. It started in Holland, and there's no plant on the planet as manipulated. That's why I tell them vegans, like the marijuana thing.
Really?
And if you took veganism as serious as you took marijuana, you would know that is like...
They done pimped the fuck out of the marijuana plant.
Which I don't mind. I'm a marijuana junkie. I still smoke it, but I know the difference between natural weed.
I remember when I was coming up, people used to smoke straight Reggie, straight brown, off the goddamn... Off the stems.
And it didn't look like that.
It didn't smell like it. Didn't smell like it smell these days.
They make it how you want it. You want it to smell like that.
It might have gave you a little head buzz or some shit like that. It made you a little giggly. The mid made you giggly and shit. I used to smoke mid when I first started smoking.
That had some good. Depends on which area you was coming from. You know,
I was in Alabama and around Georgia and shit.
We didn't
like
even
that.
have weed back when I was in high school. We didn't even have weed.
no.
No,
You said
it wasn't
popcorn.
weed. We used to be drink a beer, to get a beer.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
You was in the Mormon school
drank
or
a
what? You was in the Mormon school or what?
That's just how it was down there. It wasn't
Okay.
Mormons. I'm not a Mormon.
I know that.
But no, I'm saying I had to be a Mormon to be in a Mormon school. But no, it was it just was the culture. But down there, didn't nobody smoke, didn't nobody drink. Well, we used to drink, but if you could sneak a beer,
Yeah.
you was doing it.
I used to think beer was so nasty when I was.
Yeah, but see, when y'all came along, it was like two generations later.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it was different for y'all.
Right.
But for us, when nobody selling weed in school, for instance, or whatever, it was the Michael Jackson time.
It wasn't no cocaine, no shit like that.
Wasn't nothing.
No pills, nothing. Damn, y'all was living pure out here.
Yeah, it was straight up pure. If you, like I said, if you got a beer too, you was doing it.
Wait a minute, it wasn't no hard drugs out.
I ain't saying it wasn't out.
But it just wasn't in 5 points.
It wasn't in 5 points. It wasn't in our school.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I mean? We used to go to school every day. It wasn't. I was never introduced to nothing.
Damn, y'all didn't have no D-boys and no shit like that.
Nah,
That's
none
crazy.
of that. Until I got like I was in my last year of the Army.
Okay.
Then I found out what a joint was or whatever. I didn't even know.
Right.
And when I got back to Atlanta, of course, I was wide open.
Yeah, I smoked in the military too. But when I first got in there, I didn't smoke because I went through basic training first. Then I went through AIT. And when you get to AIT, you get a little bit more freedom and shit.
Yeah.
And I overheard some people talking about like this shit you can smoke to like get high that's legal. And it get you high like weed, but it might make you hallucinate and shit.
cake to her.
Nah, it wasn't spice. It was salvia.
I know that.
Yeah, that shit is. You smoking that shit?
I smoked it.
Oh my god.
Cause back then you had to smoke it in like a smoke shop.
Okay.
You had to go to it was in Georgia. I was at Fort Gordon.
Okay.
And I went with a group of people. You had to go to the smoke shop, and you had to smoke it in the back on this couch that had a piss pad on it.
What?
And you had to go to the bathroom before you smoked it because it's like an out of body experience, and you can like release your bowels if you like holding the shit or a piss or some shit.
What kind of high is that?
Shit, what kind of high is it?
That's
But I was like, what?
Did
I
you
was
do
like,
it?
yeah, I did. I ain't find out all this information until I got there. You know what I'm saying? And I was already kind of sold on like trying it because I didn't believe.
Right.
Because I was like, it's legal and it make you see shit. You know, it gets you high. And I was already missing weed and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I was like, okay, let's go to the smoke shop and see. You know, I'm in AIT. I'm just I got my freedom back after months and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm with the white boy. You know how it is in there.
Yeah. They know some shit.
Yeah, so I'll go in there, I'll go to the bathroom, I sit down, and me and my homeboy, we sit down on the couch and we smoke it at the same time. And it's like this black powder that comes from some flower or whatever.
Oh, okay.
They put it in a bong, and they tell you hit it one time, you hold it in, and count down from 30 to 0.
Oh, okay.
That's already too much bullshit for me. I'm out.
Yeah, but I did it, and you don't even remember. I don't even remember counting to 30. I held it in, then my body felt like it was vibrating or some shit, and I blinked, and I woke up in another reality.
What?
I ain't never told you that story before.
Wicked.
For real?
That shit was scary as fuck, nigga. I woke up in another. I woke up. You say you ain't no Dragon Ball fan, but I woke up in like, like a white. Like it was just me there. I was the only thing in existence in this big ass, vast, like white void of nothingness and shit like that. And it felt like everything that I experienced before that in my life was like a dream that I just woke up from. And I never knew none of that shit for real, you know what I'm saying? This was like my reality, what I just woke up into. Because the shit seemed real as fuck, you know? And that shit, like this crazy feeling of like loneliness came over me and shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang, I'll never see nobody again. And shit like that. Shit only lasted 15 minutes, but it felt like I lived like a whole lifetime in that
DMT or what?
motherfucker. No, salvia.
Okay.
So I done heard of that. I done heard of salvia.
Yeah. And the dude, and like I started like walking around that bitch, and the dude that was sitting next to me, I seen like a big ass statue of him. Like as I walked to the horizon and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Wicked.
It freaked me out, and I ran the other way. But every time I would get close to the other horizon, I would see the top of his head, and it was just the statue would just be getting bigger until it was like towering over me and shit. And I just kept running and shit, and then toward the end of it, this vortex. It sounds crazy, but this vortex opened up in the sky like this spinning circle thing, right?
Yeah.
And I thought I saw the devil inside that motherfucker, and I was like running from it, and it was like sucking me up into it.
Damn.
And it was like this Elvira looking, like this black hair Elvira looking chick in the middle of it and shit. I swear to God. And then when it finally sucked me up through it, I came out of the trip. And the chick that I saw in the middle of it was the cashier at the smoke shop. She had like black hair and she looked like an old gothic chick.
$22.95. How was your ride, sir?
Man.
$22.95.
That's why that shit ain't for everybody. You got to be ready for the ride, you know. And certain people, you have to be, because
freaked me out.
you ain't gonna be.
It freaked me out, man. Like I came out of it and I was hugging motherfuckers and shit. I was like, I thought I wasn't gonna never see y'all again, you know.
Damn, that's crazy. How much you paid for it?
I don't remember. It wasn't expensive though.
It wasn't?
I don't think it's legal anymore. It's like videos of people on YouTube tripping off of it.
No,
like it can make you.
Hippies
I seen somebody
smoking
piss
that.
themselves off of it before.
Look, I see
Salvia.
hippies smoking
I'ma
that
watch
all
that.
the
Salvia.
time. You know, in Germany, you can order right now. You can order liquid LSD legally.
What, like legally?
Legally.
I didn't know that.
I see them hippies taking all that shit. I tried some of that, but they always got some
Shut
funny
up.
names with some numbers. 3, thing. The names are funny. It's always the lab names I can't remember.
Yeah.
And from that shit alone, you know where they be tweaking the molecules. They say that's what them Silicon Valley boys be taking when they do their little microdosing. You know.
Okay. But what is LSD?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
LSD is like mushroom. Elixir,
got me going.
sitting soy.
Is it derived from a mushroom?
Normally,
or is it like some synthetic
no,
shit?
It's derived from a corn, from a corn grain.
From a corn grain.
Yes,
We're gonna have to Google that. Let's see.
Albert Hoffman made it in Switzerland, I think in 1948, and he took after the second or third time, he just took like, cause you know you up in the thousands, you know you have to break that shit down. Look, I knew people that went on the other side on LSD, and people thought they was crazy for 10 years straight, but from one day to the next, they came back out the realm.
But can you go crazy? I think you can go crazy
No, you
off
can't die.
acid.
No, that's a propaganda. You can't die off of acid.
But you can go crazy though. You can have like a psychotic break or some shit.
Yes, you can. It's people that been like 10, 15 years running around naked. Everybody wrote them off and things. hey, check it. This is true. I'm telling you this. And it's famous people that this happened to. But
you say it like it's like not a big deal or some shit.
No, because they don't know. They are like you. Check it out. They are like you on the other side. They are in the other realm. So them 15 minutes can what seemed like 7 years out here was only 7 minutes to them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
In time and space. And this is some true shit. I know this guy there in Nuremberg, he was taking the LSD on a sandwich. And everybody wrote him off. He was running around like a bum. And I seen him recently. He's better off than most of them other ones who was talking about him, because that's that thing on that, you come back from the other realm, and it was like 7 minutes, 7 years was like 7 minutes to him, like nothing ever had happened, and he's good. He don't know about them 7 minutes.
Well, he
got
to get another apartment for sure. I mean,
but salvia is like a very light, like hallucinogen that only lasts a few minutes. But LSD, acid, all that shit can really like be too much on your psyche, and you can lose your mind.
And this is what
from
happened. You know, look, when I was 14, I went.
He say you can get it legal.
Look, when I
That's what I'm saying.
When I was 14, I went with 2 gangsters to Amsterdam.
Okay.
And they bought 10,000 hits of acid. I never took acid in my life. They gave me 2. Like a fool, I took them 2.
Okay.
And it took about, that's a good thing about LSD, it took about 15, 20 minutes. I had a synaptic overload and you would collapse.
Damn.
But from that time on, you're good for the rest of your life. And you can never overdose on it again.
Really?
Yes, man. Read up. And once you had that synaptic overload, it's just, that's it. That's the only thing that can happen. It's not nice because you're going to be dramatized. You know what I'm saying?
It don't sound nice.
You're going to be dramatized. But
traumatized, you mean, right?
Yes, man. But from the dose alone.
You said dramatized. That's right. I was just
it
trying
can
to
be drama. It can be
drama.
both. It can be the trauma at the hospital, or it can be the drama you got at home.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in that way, I'm not glorifying any kind of thing, because when it comes to that, it's better off that you don't know. The experience is a great experience. You won't never experience anything like it. But
it's a great experience?
But you might die from that.
Shit, they say crack feel good as a motherfucker, but I'll never try that shit.
But from that, when you take, you're never going to be the same again. You're never going to be the same. You know, and you have to be ready, and it's like,
What'd you say?
Not for everybody.
I said crack killed Applejack. You jumped in and he couldn't jump back.
Okay.
You ain't never heard that song?
Nah.
See, we grew up on songs like that.
Look at this salvia. Look at this salvia trip, right?
Exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Look at this salvia trip right here.
Crack killed them. But you know, nowadays I hear some of them on the internet talking about, they wish they had crackheads again, because some of them, they got to run around on some of that substance where nobody can tell. So I can't remember the names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got some formula names that I can't never
They
remember.
got some drug, man, to be eating your skin off.
Yeah.
Trank.
What's the name?
Trank.
They
Trank is
still
called.
be taking it, bro. They meet me falling off their legs, bro.
Trank.
They still be taking that shit,
seen
bro.
it. It's awful. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, shit be stinking and dying.
It's amazing what somebody can get addicted to and shit.
No way, bro.
People will get high on everything if they ain't got no money and they really want to get high. Then it's
my
no
meat
limit.
start falling off my bones.
But that's not,
We
you
gonna
know,
have to
somebody should step in and say, hey, look, if they going to mutilate themselves, like, hey, we might as well give them heroin or whatever they want. We got it in the drugstore. You know what I'm saying? Because in the long run, it's going to cost you more money. Even if all of them die, it's not going to help nobody. You know? Because y'all going to have to pay for the funerals and put the thing.
That's the proof that they don't really give a fuck.
You know, and you know it's all chemical plants.
Hold on, look at this salvia right
What
here.
do you see?
What?
White Wi-Fi? We got plenty of Wi-Fi. I don't know, brother.
White.
The white light? It's okay.
That's what happening nowadays. What kind of fun is
Hey,
that if
we're
I
all
want to
here.
get high? You know what I'm saying? That ain't no getting high.
Y'all got they didn't show the whole shit though. I gotta find one where it's like start to finish.
I see
But so
hippies
that's
like
how
that
you
every
was?
weekend, man.
I wasn't like that. It affect different people.
Different
like
ways, yeah.
different people have different experiences with it. It depends on like your demeanor, what mind state you in, all type of shit. You know.
I see my hippie friends. They go lick that frog. You know that green frog where they lick
the
to.
frog.
Yeah, that's some crazy stuff there.
Yeah,
too.
some of them I know. I told
Licking
you
that
don't go
frog,
fucking with that shit.
It's like LSD though.
Yeah.
Man.
I know a friend who I told you don't go fuck with that shit.
You probably
But you had to
still
lick
fucked up.
everything, you know, them things is life changing. You know, the effect ain't gonna be like.
I gotta get me something to eat. I'm hungry.
Oh, you hungry?
Man, we in the middle of a podcast.
You say you hungry in the middle of, man, we can always take a break and come back.
Yeah, man, I gotta give me a plate or something, man.
All right. Let's take a pause right here and then
Pause for the cause. and
pause
we'll
for
see
the
you later, baby.
cause.